Someone say something out of pocket.
Out of pocket.
That's crazy. I can't believe you said that, bro.
Oh man, that's rough. Can we also talk about the amount of yellow Chargers I've seen on Highway 4 with a Transformer sticker on it?
That's cringe.
Everyone was doing that after the first movie.
That's so cringe.
I don't understand why there's still so many though.
Oh my god.
I mean, maybe Michael Bay bought all of those for marketing, and then he just sold them off because he's like, "Dang, these movies are really trash."
He's like, "Yeah, you want a cheap Charger? Got you."
Yeah, it's a marketing move.
Did you get it
like,
cheaper for
okay,
having
wait.
the sticker?
Yikes.
But
Okay.
does it bother anyone else that like 90% of the time you see those Chargers with the Autobots logo? You know, obviously they want to be Bumblebee, but does it bother anyone else that it's almost never the right shade of yellow? Like it's always like never the right one. It's always either too much or not enough.
Yes.
I mean,
I'd be thinking it. Yellow's not just yellow, bro. Like
no, there's levels to it, you know. If it's dark enough, it might be gold, you know.
They're not Bumblebee yellow. They got to go up to the dealership and be like, "Look, I want this, but I need it to be Bumblebee yellow," and not like, "Hey, I'll take the yellow one. It kind of looks like Bumblebee."
Yikes. That's probably what happens. That's sad.
No, literally.
Okay. Is it time to
Yeah.
introduce? Okay. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Hot Drops. We're going to be doing a casual episode just discussing a bunch of video game stuff that's been happening recently. And we're just going to hit it.
Not just video game stuff, but
Well,
yes.
video game stuff and, other
James.
things.
Video James.
Video James. This is all video game stuff. So what are you talking about?
Well, okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
I guess
you're
I'll
kinda
give you
right.
one
Never mind.
video, or one movie. One video. One movie.
No, technically they all fall under video game. You're right. I just thinking there's movie and TV. So, but they're like based off video game titles. So you're right. I'll shut up.
You don't have to shut up. It's fine. We're all friends here. Okay. So starting with Mortal Kombat. Who's excited? Because I know I am.
Josh?
Oh, I'm pretty hyped, honestly. Sorry, I was like, I was letting a little sneak peek hype photo for my Snapchat. Letting them know that we're recording. I'm hot. Yeah. It's like 50-50 for me on that one. As a fan of the original Mortal Kombat movies, this one won't beat it for me. But I'm in. Like I said, my brain is always change my mind. Let it change my mind.
Did you want this movie?
Do I don't ever really want anything. I just like having stuff given to me, except for
That's
God of
fair.
War 2. Like there's very few things like I want, like God of War 2, Final Fantasy 7 like 2 to come out, PS6, some games on the PS5 already, something to get the fingers going again.
Some good fucking food.
Yeah, just some food, like that's it. But no, I don't know. I will say it does look above average for live action of any rendition of whatever. Like, I don't know. The last rendition I've seen of a live action was the Dragon Ball movie, and
Oh God.
we all know how that went. So,
Holy crap.
there's this movie got a budget, so I'm fine with it.
I'm super
I'm gonna be
excited
real,
for
bro.
it. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you right now. No, worry, you're good. I don't know. After the first trailer, I've only watched the trailer twice, and after the first, I was like, I don't ever want to watch that at all. Like, even I don't know. I mean, I've never been like a huge Mortal Kombat guy. It just seems like I don't know. I mean, like I know Josh is big on Mortal Kombat. Obviously, Ashton is pretty big on Mortal Kombat. It's just this really like tickles your guys' booties like that.
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
I don't really see. I don't really got to get tickled to be interested in stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no.
understand.
I get you. It's kind of like The Last of Us TV show for me because like it's not like I want it. Like, I don't want this
Exactly.
shit.
Like I'm not
leave it
watching
alone.
that for sure.
No. We're gonna watch it. It's more of a I don't want this, but please don't hurt me. Like, just-
I don't know. I
don't
feel
know.
like with Mortal Kombat, I'm excited because like it feels like they're staying true to like the games,
Mm-hmm.
where there's like enough like drama for it to be like in the over the top video game like realm, but it's also like serious enough where it's like, well, you're taking it seriously and this is actually going to be entertaining. And I like the fact that there's going to be like fatalities and all that stuff in it, like that makes the games. Like, don't like try to make it like a PG version. Like, I want the games in a movie. Like, I want, because like I played, I think, let me see, I think I played 9, 10, and 11, all the stories. And like I'm like actually like in it for the story, which I know might be weird for some people, but I
heard the last two were really good.
Yeah,
they were great. I was like invested. Like I felt like I was part of the story, and I'm really excited about this movie because it looks really good, and I like that like it was all like cast like the right way. Like they weren't pulling in people who look nothing like the characters for the most part.
I don't know about the scorpion though. At the end when he said "get over here," that one kind of was like, all right, that's the only one they had to, the only nostalgic thing they had to land. But the guy who said "get over here," it kind of, you know, it was like if I said it and they just put my voice in there.
The "get over here" was really bad.
Kind of weak.
That was a little rough.
It's kind of weak. But everything else looked fine. But I was gonna say,
it sounded.
Did you guys watch the like original ones from I think the 90s or early 2000s? I can't remember when it came out.
I've seen clips of it, but I haven't seen the whole thing.
I want to say
like,
that
I wasn't able to keep watching.
Yeah, I've for sure at some point in my life in elementary school probably grabbed it from like a Hollywood video for like a weekend or something, but it's not memorable.
Hollywood video.
That's what I'm saying. Like these movies are like I don't expect much at all. The first one was like exactly how Ashton said it. It was like serious enough to take it serious, but goofy, you know, for the most part, because you know you'd have people just splitting each other in half and stuff. Especially back then, they had to use animatronics and whatever else they had to use to animate or not animate.
Let me tell you right now, this movie is gonna be whatever the plot is. I don't know Mortal Kombat typical plots, but I'm telling you right now, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Liu Kang,
yes,
Raiden, and someone else. I don't know. It's just gonna focus around them, and then the rest of the characters are gonna be. They're gonna be dying, and like, how's it gonna work if they're gonna franchise this? Like, because it's about like violently killing characters, so it's like you got to play. They have to play it safe to an extent in this first movie to be like, okay, we can only have X amount of deaths with like however big the roster is, and like, does that not bother you guys? Be like, oh, my favorite non-mainstream character may not even either one be in this, or like they're not gonna make it after this.
So as dumb as that sounds, or as dumb as this is gonna sound too.
Thanks.
No, I meant like the premise of that concept.
I know.
As dumb as you are, Dylan.
Like you're right about that's exactly what they're gonna do. But Mortal Kombat has a history of like a part of their storyline is about them like they've always just brought the characters back alive in some way or some form. In the last two games, I think what's the last one? 10, right? 10 and
11.
11, 10. I think even 9. They began killing the characters.
I think like at the end it happened, and for the first time of 9, and then it was a lot of the plot for 10 and 11.
This one of them shows where dying doesn't mean anything. It's like Dragon Ball, you know. Like eventually you'll come back for it, you know.
Well, it means something, but like you're not definitely dead.
That's bad. So that technically wouldn't hurt me. Like I don't know. I just want to see people like get.
And also, there are so many characters that you can like go off on, like that, like don't always like they're not always intersecting. So like, I feel like
they have a lot.
It would be okay.
I know. I just feel like you're gonna run a risk of like people that are not.
This is a movie, though,
you know, that are not about them. Yes.
Yeah. Wait.
And also, realistically, how many of these movies?
As I say, we don't plan on them having more than. I'm hoping it just ends at this one, though. That's what I'm hoping. But.
Bro,
yeah.
Doggy. Box office numbers, baby. If this makes money, they're gonna milk this shit to the ground.
I understand. I'm just.
And like we said, they'll bring them back to life. It'll be fine.
All right. I mean, hey, this tickles your guys' booty holes. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I don't think I'd pay money to watch it. Like if it's on a streaming service after it gets out, sure. Or if I have like HBO Max and it's on there.
That's what I have to say.
All right. Well,
wow,
unless
that
Josh,
was
you have
more
any
of
other
this conversation than I expected it to be.
No, it's all good. This is why we're here.
I love
it just
it.
happens.
I love it.
You just massage it all out, massage the words out. Okay, I just want to bring it up because I feel like this is probably more my hypiest, one of my hypest franchises. What are your guys' thoughts? Let's start with Ashton coming in as more of the outsider. What are your thoughts on the Last of Us HBO TV series casting and overall show idea?
Yikes.
Same.
Granted, I don't think my opinion matters that much because I've only played half of the first game. But based off of what I have seen in the games, or in the game, this casting doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I know that, like, Pedro Pascal has this kind of, like, chameleon aspect, but, like, he doesn't look like Joel to me. And this girl, Bella Ramsey, because I remember her from Game of Thrones. And, like, she just doesn't look anything like the kind of, like, hardened, like, Ellie that I'm, like, expecting. That I, like, kind of started to, like, dig in the first game. And, like, this girl just looks, like, way too, like, soft and, like, not... I don't know. This is not, like, the cute, like, duo I'm used to. Like, I feel like I'm stepping down. Like, I feel like the video game was better than this real life already.
Oh,
so what's even the point? Sure. Like, why are you giving me, like, subpar versions of what I already had?
I'm along the same lines. I don't know. This is... So, about live action stuff, this is more cringe to me than Mortal Kombat getting another live action thing. I don't know. This is just out of pocket for me. It's something that did not need to happen. I don't know. Like, did they announce what the plot was going to be for this one, or like anything?
So basically, it's going to follow the game. I mean, I don't know if they've said if it's going to be 1 and part 2, but at least for sure part 1. And I don't know what that means as far as season. So I don't know if season 1's going to be supposed to be the whole storyline of the first game. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know as far as that. I'm right there with you, with both you guys on 1, the whole show. Nobody asked this. Even if the Last of Us Part 2 wasn't going to happen, nobody's sitting there after playing The Last of Us after the credits roll and go, God damn, where's the TV show? You know what I mean? Like, nobody's like, that's such a great idea. Like, I need this. No, you just want a second game, bro. And then when they... I'm just saying. And then, okay, on top of that, nobody asked for this. I just don't like when they do. I mean, I brought it up. I touched on it with the Mortal Kombat stuff. It's going to be, I'm just more in the boat of, okay, I don't fucking want this, but please don't like ruin what is already like pristine. Like you don't, I mean, as pristine as, that's a opinion. I know the Last of Us Part 2 got a lot of heat for whatever reason I don't agree with, but it's just like, this could be really bad. I don't know. And like when Ashton's touching on the casting, I totally agree. Pedro Pascal, I kind of think I'm not trying to like hate on the guy. He's not like a bad actor, but like you said, he's a chameleon actor. He could definitely nail the roles, but I think he's a little overrated for what he's doing. Like all I really know, like just in the stuff he's in Game of Thrones, yeah, good character, sure. Like I liked his little arc, but I'm not like, damn, I need more Pedro Pascal without his eyes getting gouged out. Or like in The Mandalorian, it's almost like kind of lucky for him to get that role. Almost anyone could play that role. Like you're just under a helmet and you're saying really like edgy lines and like edgy tone. Like I don't know.
And I feel like that's so proven in him being in Wonder Woman 1984. That was atrocious acting.
Oh, you watched it?
Oh my Lanta. Yes. And I wish I hadn't.
And he was bad? His performance was bad?
Dude, he was so bad. Like, the fact that he had to then just be, like, he didn't have a helmet to hide under. He didn't have this larger-than-life, like, personality and backstory that he had in Game of Thrones. He didn't have anything to hide behind for this role. And it was just... And, like, the fact that it was already supposed to be this, like, cheesy 80s movie... like it just was even worse. It was just like, oh no, like, are you a bad actor? Like, ugh. And so now thinking of that and then looking at him supposed to be Joel, like this like really enigmatic man, like I don't feel like I don't like that there's anything I don't know about you. Like I don't feel like there's a mystery.
Yeah, I'd love to see his like, obviously we're gonna see it when the trailers start coming out and whatnot, but I'd love to see his like audition bit because I just don't understand. I know they must have saw something, but I mean, not to hate on him, I just think he's kind of like overrated in media, as of late. In particularly, it's just like, dude, like, yeah, he's the Mandalorian. I love that show, but it's perfect for him because I don't get to see his face, and because like every time he's out of the helmet, I'm like, you can put that back on. Not that he's an ugly guy. It's just he's not a memorable character. I'm not like it's not like a Harrison Ford Han Solo kind of thing. You know what I mean? But yeah. And what's the other, Bella Ramsey? Yeah, I'm pretty much in the same boat with Ellie. It's like just surface level. Again, whatever they saw in the audition tapes is what they saw. It's definitely not what I expected. And I think a lot of fan castings, before the show is even announced, like, people on the internet are like trying to fan cast, like turned out way better than what we could potentially be getting. But again, I'm just going to kind of be the person to let it ride out, and then I'll judge it when it's out. I don't like the taste in my mouth right now that they're leaving, but I'll definitely give it a shot, a fair shake. But the only thing that's giving me a little faith is that Neil Druckmann is behind it. In development, so I don't know. That's really all I gotta say about it.
Dude, you mentioned the fan casting, and they mentioned I don't actually know how to say his real name, and I'm not even gonna try. But the brother from Game of Thrones, what's his name?
The one that played Jamie.
What brother?
Jamie. That's the one. I kept wanting to say Joel because I'm looking at Joel, but wouldn't like that would be
yeah he would have been
like
great.
Dye that hair, like that would be like spot on.
Good.
Yeah,
like you just chose the wrong Game of Thronesian.
Okay,
true.
Game of Thronesian, like they're citizens. Game of Thrones royalty. Hold on,
I don't agree with any of the Ellie ones that I'm looking at right now.
No. The only Ellie one that I've seen as a good casting, I'm gonna tell you right now. Have you seen the movie Booksmart? Either of you guys? No. Okay, it's Caitlin Denver, really good actress. Also, shout out Booksmart, really underrated, good movie.
Oh,
Caitlin
yeah, I
Denver.
can see this.
I think, and not even just looks, like she's a great actress in my opinion, or actor. I don't know the proper term. I just feel like. Whatever. And my ideal Joel, which I feel like y'all would be down with, would be Hugh Jackman.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, he pretty.
Basically,
have you guys seen the
like,
movie?
Very same with what's it called? Oh my gosh.
Have you guys seen the movie Prisoners?
Wait,
okay,
is that the one with Kevin Bacon?
No, it's the one with Jake Gyllenhaal. But look up Hugh Jackman Prisoners, and tell me that's not Joel. And even in his performance in that. Dude, it's one of my favorite movies. It's so good.
I did, but I was in high school. I remember when I watched
definitely.
it. Yeah.
Bro,
Absolutely.
You got to watch that movie.
100%.
Highly recommended. I back that movie just as much as I can't think of the name.
Good Time?
Why can't I think of it? Yeah, Good Time. Like, really good movie. I highly recommend you guys
on Hulu. Sick.
give that a shake. Please watch it. It's so good. I don't find enough people that have watched it to talk about it with.
Yeah,
I'll watch it
100% pull that off.
Definitely.
But yeah, that would be my ideal fan casting. But and Hugh could do it, knock it out of the park. But I mean, I'm sure he's expensive, so we don't know the whole details. But again, this is just like a thing where nobody fucking wanted this, man. Like, just leave games as games, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's a thing still. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I really don't know why they thought this was something people asked for, because I feel like it was so much like it was so cinematic already. You just didn't really need to add like a whole like live action part to it, because it's just not going to do
it justice.
Yeah.
No, and there's not going to be enough like time,
and there's no way you could.
No, and like we just have so like we already have. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying we have like The Walking Dead. You know, that's the zombie TV show. It's like just it's I don't fuck with it, but
Me neither.
just leave it be. I think the only time something like this could work is if you have an idea of a game, or if you have a game that came out and it kind of wasn't that good, but the bones are there to be like, well, this could be good if it was fleshed out more, and then you kind of morph it into a TV show and just expand upon it there, or like a movie, and you could do it better there. That's the only way I could see it work. A good example to me, I just started playing The Order 1886, PS4 title.
That's a good one.
And did you play it?
I played like an hour or two, but I did not finish it. I don't think.
I'm going through it right now. It's a pretty short game, but it kind of got a lot of heat for like looking pretty, but not really having a lot to it. And I gotta say, it really does have a lot of cool ideas, but it's definitely not a perfect game. There's just a lot of story beats that are missing, and like pacing is off. But like, dude, it's there. Like, I think that would do great as like if they either gave it another shake as a second title or revamp, or adapting it into a TV show or something, because there's some like there's a really good story there. It's just I'm almost done with it right now, and they play with a lot of cool ideas. It's just you don't get enough time to be in that world and flesh characters out.
What made you pick that up?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, super random, but shout out to the boys in Item 9 Gaming, another really great gaming podcast or entertainment. I think it was Gabe, I want to say. He was posting on Twitter. He like said something about like he wanted to make a video essay of how much he loves The Order 1886, and like it just got in my mind. I'm like, yeah, I did look interested. Like I was interested in that when it came out, but then I saw it get like review bombed and stuff, and I was just like, oh, okay, well if that doesn't look worth my time, and now like he kind of inspired me to play it, and I'm actually loving it. With a really open mind. Like I said, it's definitely not perfect, but if you go into it super open-minded, you guys will know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of cool stuff going on in there. They just didn't, I don't know what it was, if they didn't have enough time or just didn't quite nail it, but I think
it was time.
So much potential.
Because that was a launch title for PS3, right?
It was PS4.
Oh, PS4. Yeah. So I feel like every launch title game, I just feel like always gets rushed to a degree. So that's just my thing.
Yeah, because like they need something.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just my little rant about that. Shout out to the boys in Item 9.
Hey.
All right, we could gloss over this one. I feel like Josh isn't gonna have to say a lot to say, but I don't think. Did you watch the whole Pokemon Presents, Josh, or no? And Ashton, did you watch it?
I did.
Okay, cool. Let's leave it up to Ashton. Go ahead.
I am like relatively new to being like into Pokemon games. I've actually really only dug into Pokemon Shield. So I mean I've had fun playing. I mean I'm Pokemon Go, but I don't really feel like that counts. But
you can count. I'll count it.
Okay, thank you. So I like just started getting into that one. Like I started with a Nuzlocke for like my first playthrough of a Pokemon game ever. So
whoa, you're doing a Nuzlocke?
That's crazy. Wait, is that your first run?
No. Yeah.
Yeah, my first run. Well, it's my second run.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Wait a minute. No. But like I was taking really what?
I just want to say, like, I commend you for that. That's amazing. I have been a Pokemon fan as long as I can remember, since Gen 1, and I've never... A Nuzlocke just sounds too scary to me. Like, it just sounds annoying. Okay, I don't want to do it.
You get, like, way more emotionally attached than you think you will. Like, okay, so I gotta, like, roast Tony for a second because he was helping me the whole time with this playthrough, my first one, and so then I go up against the water gym. And he's like, oh, no, you're good. Like, you'll be fine. Like, go in and, like, it's fine. Because I was, like, trying to, like, level up all my Pokemon and stuff. And he's like, you're over-leveled. Just, like, go play it. And I do. And literally my whole entire team got completely blown to smithereens. And I was, like, devastated. Wait. I was like, what? I was so upset because I was like, I knew I should have kept like leveling up my Pokemon so that I was ready for this fight. And he told me I was ready and I wasn't. And literally everyone died. And he was like, well, I'll let you like restart or try again. And I was like, no, like this is a real Nuzlocke. Like this is for real. This is life and death. I could have told you no and I didn't. Like this is my fault. So I'm on my second run through because my first one ended in complete tragedy, and I wore black. I've been wearing black for my entire run through because I'm in mourning.
Oh my god! Wait, that's actually a really good story. I really hope you get through it.
Thank you. Yeah, I just beat like the third gym leader, so I'm on my way to the fourth one.
No,
Yeah.
that's honestly dope. I've always been like, nah, I have fun without him. I don't need to. I don't want to put myself through that.
Yeah. I mean, I recommend it if you like. I mean, I feel like if you like Bloodborne, you like a challenge.
Yeah, you're playing like Pokemon Soulsborne style.
Yeah. That's really fun. I don't know. I mean, like I said, it is like really devastating whenever one of your Pokemon dies, especially when it's like one of those like crazy moments where you didn't like think about a matchup like good enough, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I just cost that Pokemon
This
its
is all
life.
my fault.
Yeah, and then I have to put him in a box called Dead, spelled DED.
Oh, Jesus.
It's rough, man. It's
So
rough.
where are you at? Sorry, I didn't mean to sidetrack, but where are you at with the announced stuff?
So I'm actually kind of excited because like doing what was it, Brilliant Diamond and Shining
Diamond and
Pearl. I'm like excited for them to do remakes of the older ones because like I never played any of those, and now that I'm like enjoying Shield, but like I've heard a lot of people say that it's like not as like challenging or not as like it's just not like the classic game style. I think it'll be interesting to play with like the graphics of today with like the game that is like not that started everything, but like that was in the traditional style, I guess. So,
Yeah, it's like kind of 3D, but it's not.
yeah, so it's just kind of like easy to look at and everything, but like it's got like the old charm, I guess. It
And
makes
where you
it
at with
sound
Legends?
rough, but okay. Legends looks interesting. I said it was like Sekiro Pokemon. Like it looks kind of cool.
Wait, which one is
But, like-
Legends?
Arceus. It's
Oh,
like the
okay.
RPG bit looking one.
Okay, God,
for
that's the one I know.
2022.
I only knew it as Arceus. I didn't know if Legends was like another name for it.
No, it's like Legends Arceus, but you
Okay.
can call it Arceus. I don't care, man.
Gotcha. I was just
Yeah,
lost.
it looks really interesting. Like it's like kind of cool that they're doing this like kind of like back in time like thing. I don't know. It
Yeah,
looks like
and
it's gonna
they're-
be really
Pokemon-
cool, and I like the old like Pokeballs. Those look super cool.
Yeah. They're in feudal Japan in that one, I think, right?
It looks like it. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that it's like in the Sinnoh region,
Yeah.
which is the region. So it might not be Japan, but then again,
Could be the
I just need
culture
to
of that area.
disclose.
Like, the
The
aesthetic.
only Pokemon Gen I've never played was Diamond and Pearl, so I'm really stoked to hop into the remakes as well. I heard a lot of praise from Diamond and Pearl, especially Platinum, which is like the third game of it back in the day. But I never got into it just because the starters didn't tickle my butthole. But you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot because a lot of people like that region and I've never done it. But yeah, as far as Legends Arceus goes, it is. I think they said it's in the Sinnoh region, so it's in
Yeah.
that one. And I don't think Sinnoh is based off because all the regions are based off of like different countries or whatever. But I could be wrong. But I just know the style is kind of like you're saying. It does look feudal, Japan, like Asian inspired. But what looks sick is that you're going to see this everywhere. And I'm obviously not the first person to mention it, but it looks super like heavy RPG elements, like Breath of the Wild, like. And I've honestly been, Ashton brought up how Shield wasn't. What did you say? Like it wasn't like traditional Pokemon, right, or something?
Yeah.
But with Sword and Shield, I thought that was going to be, it was the first mainline Pokemon game on the Nintendo Switch. And I was looking for something different. I thought they're going to like innovate on it, but really it's just kind of like the same old shit that they pump out every year. Like I've been waiting for years for like Pokemon to get different and like, we're never going to get this, but like for like the player you play as is like mature and older instead of playing as a fucking 12-year-old or something. Like not that there's anything wrong with that. I guess it's
Dude,
just like,
I had a
just
real
want the
big
games.
problem with that in Shield. Like Hop and Leon make me want to die.
You what?
I can't even stand that.
Jesus Christ. Well, I'm pretty sure Leon's older.
He
Pretty sure
is,
Leon's
but
older.
he doesn't act older. It's like
No.
a large child.
Yeah, it's just I just don't like that shit, and like it just felt like something out of time, and it feels like they're just really milking it for the money. But Arceus looks like the one that I've been waiting for years. Like it's open world, the Pokemon move when they attack, and it's like it's not it doesn't look turn based. It could be, but it's more RPG, and you actually physically have to. I was texting Eric about it when we watched it, and we were talking about. I'm gonna take this from him. He said you literally have to yeet the Pokeball to catch the Pokemon, and I've been waiting for shit like that. It just looks super interesting. It looks like they're finally changing the formula for something just getting older. Like let's just move on.
Well, somebody I was talking to said that it seems like they are realizing that their fans are now like 35.
Yeah.
So like they need to try to adapt with the times instead of still focusing on like we have an app to teach you how to brush your teeth. Like you need to grow up with your people. I thought that was weird. Like when I was watching like the little like 25-year anniversary video that they made.
Oh my god!
Like, and they were showing like how they have like a jet and like there was literally like an app to teach you how to brush your teeth. Like there was like ABCs and stuff, and I was like, yo, like I don't think you realize like this is not your demographic.
Yeah, so. I would even argue more adults play like Pokemon Go more than the kids,
Well, yeah, that was what was crazy. Like we used to go out and go in downtown and there would be like a whole bunch of like 70-year-old grandmas like with 3 or 4 different phones and their husband standing there with like a tablet and another phone. And I'm like, geez, like you guys are like serious about this. That it really was like them. It was not like there would be like a couple little kids, but like for the most part it was all like adults and like 30, like anywhere from like 20 to like 70-year-old people out there like playing this game. So
straight up
interesting. Also, for the record, the Sinnoh region is based on Hokkaido, Japan.
Oh, there you go. That's right. Josh, where are you at? I know you're like the non-Nintendo, non-Pokemon guy, but you have some words on this?
I just want to preface everything I say. Nintendo is like the origin of scammers. They are the biggest scam company I've ever seen in my life. With that being said, so Pokemon, the last Pokemon I was really into was Diamond and Pearl. I forgot which one I got. I think I had Pearl actually. And that one, like when I said I was into it though. That like I loved that game when I first played it. I don't have too much outside of that. I have played like the original ones, like when they had the Pikachu one for Game Boy, and I didn't play Ruby and all that.
Yellow.
Yeah, Yellow. I played Green. I forgot what else I had, but I think I only played like those 3. Pearl was really good, and then all the ones after came out just felt exactly like you said. Like the formula just felt so similar. I was like, I don't want to play this anymore. So I just stopped. And then like over the years, he just kept on doing it. So I was like, this is the worst series I've ever seen in my life. I would always, everyone that played it, I was like, you guys are all sheeps. You guys are just sheeps doing the same thing over. But with this new Legends game, I just saw dodge rolling and throwing Pokeballs, and that's all I needed to see, to get me back on, with me saying I hate Nintendo, I still give them my money every once in a while just because, they do got some bangers in there, I don't feel good about it, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I don't got much to say. Like, I hope it has like multiplayer, like,
I'm sure it will.
Like where you can have other people in your world, just because I want to throw Pokeballs at the people, not the Pokemon. That's literally about it, though.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they got like some, not necessarily inspo, but like fires like lit under their ass because like Temtem. Not that I'm saying Temtem's good, but it's just it's like the first Pokemon competition. Like there's always just been Pokemon. Like Call of Duty, you have other shooters and stuff, but like Temtem came out and Pokemon. Nintendo's probably like, oh, what the fuck, other people could hop on too, and then hopefully they're just trying to change up this formula a
I
little bit.
forgot that game existed, but my friends who have been like these guys are the biggest Pokemon nerds, and I hate them for it. But they all said that Temtem was really good, for a Pokemon clone.
I just,
I wouldn't know. I don't
but
like the
think I will.
formula, but yeah. I mean that it's good that they do have competition, and hopefully this means that they have to start changing stuff to sell better.
I feel like this is a no for Josh, so I'm gonna ask Ashton. Did you watch the Post Malone Pokemon collab today?
I didn't watch a video, but I listened to the song, and I think it's amazing.
Oh my god,
I loved it.
I don't know. Melissa and I watched the video. Just okay. To preference, we recently just got back into Pokemon Go like 2 weeks ago. Like I let Eric know, and he's been hitting me up for raids. It's nice. Like
I saw that. It said like you opened a gift for me like 4 days ago, and I was like, that's weird.
Yeah, I did, and I sent one too, probably. But yeah, no, we watched it today. It's like I don't know. It's so weird. The weirdest collab ever. Just Post Malone and Pokemon.
I think it's incredible.
It's just like worlds colliding, and it's just crazy. I don't know. He literally, they just animated him, and then they played, I don't think he did like 4 songs, and yeah, one was the new one, the cover of the Hootie and the Blowfish song, and yeah, I don't know. It was a weird. I didn't think we'd ever be there in my life. It's weird times.
I'm seeing little clips of the animated thing, and that looks creepy. But I think the song is like a vibe.
I mean, it's been a vibe. Like, I mean, but he did put a little posty, like, sauce on it for sure. I like the little, the 8-bit sounds and stuff. I don't know.
Me too. Cool. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was cool. But yeah, the animation looks a little sketchy.
Yeah, that's all I got on Pokemon, unless you guys.
Same.
Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be me. Okay, so drum roll. Resident Evil. Oh, that was really late. Resident Evil, though. I'm excited. I'm excited for both the movie and for 8. I started 7.
It is a movie?
I haven't finished.
I didn't know
5.
there was a movie.
Yeah, they're doing a movie. I think it's 2022.
Oh
God.
Bro.
And it's gonna follow the games instead of the weird thing that they did with
Mia,
Jovovich.
her name is.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
As cringe and bad as they are, I grew up with those cringy movies,
Same.
like the Mila Jovovich ones. Like even as a kid, I knew they were really bad, but like they just kept putting Mila in there. Has nothing to do with the games almost.
Nope.
It's just its own little thing, and it's just hilariously bad. But I remember growing up, and like I'd literally go to the theaters. I saw 2 of them. Yeah, I saw 2 of them in theaters with my dad, and the rest I rented. But like we both just like would go like, yeah, you want to see this bad movie? Like fuck yeah, like just fucking do it. They're guilty pleasure movies for sure.
Yep.
But in no way good.
Keyword. I was into them too. Like
yeah,
like you said,
straight up.
They are not good at all.
No.
I have no faith for the. I haven't even seen anything about the movie. I just was notified about it just now, and I don't even know. I don't know how I feel about that.
Apparently, it's September 3rd.
Oh God! They took
possibly
my birth
this
month.
year.
Oh.
They took my birth
They
month.
took my birth month.
What more can they take away from me?
Stain on my mind.
Okay, look. Answer this though, Ashton. Is Mila Jovovich in it?
I hope they
probably
do
won't watch it then.
they do just because of the old movies. Not
I'm sure they're
gonna
throw in
a
clever cameo.
No,
Yeah.
they're doing Claire Redfield and.
No,
Chris
I mean, but like they
Redfield.
could have her like as some random zombie in there, just as a
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so. That'd be nice.
That would be hilarious.
That'd be
What the-
great. It just shows that she did not survive her movies.
How fresh is that news, Ashton, about the movie? I just like Josh, you just informed me that there's a movie. Another new
I
one.
think there's been rumors about it for a while, but this article I found, it said on the 4th, February 4th is when they published this article.
And it's gonna follow the games as in like 1, 2, 3, or is it gonna start off 2? Or, like how?
I think it must start off on 2. Yeah, 2. It must start off on 2 if it's starting with Claire and
yeah, it's 2. If it's
Chris. That would be 2.
Yeah.
Um,
1 is Jill. 3 is also Jill.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Sounds
it
about
seems
right.
like they're gonna be doing it. They're trying to keep it close to the video games, and apparently there's also gonna maybe be a Netflix production.
Oh my god, bro! It gets worse. What's with all these live adaptations? What's going on?
This
People
one
need money
I'm
out here,
kind of
man.
okay with, because when I play the Resident Evil games, I feel like I start to forget what the story is because it takes me so long to figure things out. So I'm
They
kind of
are very
excited to just put it all together for me. So I don't know. I mean, it could be good. It looks like the people that they got for it are not terrible. They look kind of right.
It's just the
Kind of right.
They look
old
kinda
movies
right.
don't got a good track record. That's the only reason why I think it's gonna be bad. Even though this studio probably might not have anything to do with that old studio. It's just the names. Hearing it in moving form just don't sound right anymore.
I mean, we'll just see, right, when it's out,
I
right?
mean, yeah, we'll see.
We'll
I'll
see.
definitely watch it just to watch. I've watched all of them.
I'm
might
gonna
as
watch
well.
the heck out of it. I'm so excited.
Hey, you're gonna watch it for.
I might even
content.
watch the old ones.
All I'm saying.
Yeah,
is,
dude, please do. Please
Might
do.
mess around and watch Mila Jovovich.
you're in for
Please
something
do
with
it.
those.
You know, the director is like Mila's husband. That's
Yeah.
probably why she's always like just down.
Yeah, it's just
It's
like, whatever you're gonna
hilarious.
pay me, like, of course. Why wouldn't?
It's like Helena Barton Cart. I don't know how to say her name.
Yeah.
And Tim Burton. You know.
Oh, yikes!
But yeah. Where are you guys at with the game? I think we talked about it outside the pod, but
Straight
I
gas.
played the demo. Wait, what?
oh yeah,
It's
the
only
Maiden.
gas from here, from the games.
Yeah, I think it looks good. I had fun in the demo. I had more fun in the demo than I've had in the like 20 minutes of 7 I played.
Oh my god!
I've
And
almost
this-
thrown up like 3 times.
What do you mean by that? Like, is it making you nauseous because of how it plays, or?
Because it's so gross. Like their kitchen,
good.
like the fact that they're eating people, like
That's good.
like I don't know, it just had me like ugh, I don't know. Like zombies don't make me feel like sick. Like seeing like severed heads doesn't make me sick, but seeing like that was like huh.
I just gotta say, I need to say real quick that I find it hilarious that every time Ashton is like gagging or saying it's gross, like Josh said 3 times, it's good, it's good,
It is.
that's good. Same tone.
They're
and
doing
everything.
their job.
But like, oh man. But also like I'm struggling a little bit. I don't know when this turned into a spoiler review for 7, but like I don't understand why this man literally watched this girl say like, no matter what, stay away, and then all of a sudden says, oh, come get me, and there's no red flag, and then on top of that you turn around, and then as soon as this girl goes like complete like crazy on you, then you don't just like turn around and run. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you in here? Like, I didn't understand any of it. When you see like all this weird stuff outside of the place, like, why don't you just turn around and call the cops? Like, why do you think that you're Superman? I don't get
on
it.
that.
Ugh.
On that, I don't need to know. I mean, that doesn't spoil anything for me. That's fine. But do you think I might play 7? So Josh, if you're gonna touch on it, don't spoil me, please.
Yeah, well, literally
think
everything
you
I've
will?
said is like really before anything has really happened. I don't even think I've gotten to a title card.
That's literally
But-
like the first 20 minutes of the game.
Yeah, it's not. It's
That's-
just, I mean,
that's
if you're like very spoiler scared, then
Yeah, I'm thinking about checking it out because it's free on PlayStation 5.
I mean, I
so-
don't know how scared you get or how grossed out you get from like seeing people get eaten and stuff.
It's not my favorite, but
That's my favorite.
I might have to.
But I mean, I guess if you can deal with Hereditary and Midsommar,
Attack on Titan.
you can do anything. So
Honestly, after like really diving into Attack on Titan when I jumped in back on season 2, I was like, you know what? Eating people ain't that bad. I'm just kidding.
I don't know. Even that feels different, like because they're like these like mindless creatures. I don't know. This is like real people. It's just
Yeah, cannibals
rough.
are not chill.
It's hard to watch. Like I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it through this.
How are the sounds? How's the audio?
Oh, you'd love it because it's like so.
Yep.
Like,
Just got some new
you're gonna love
headphones.
it.
Let's go.
Oh,
Let's
you're gonna
go.
love it.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I feel like it's also hard to go from playing like super like dope characters like Claire and Jill who like can defend themselves and like Leon.
To some husband.
Yeah, this guy is just like,
What's his
what
name
are
again?
you
Evan?
doing here?
Ethan.
Ethan.
There we go.
Ethan.
I will say I might, because I feel
Ridiculous.
like Resident Evil Village is right around the corner. At worst comes to worst, I might have to watch like a recap video of just 7 and like maybe not play it right away, because I do want to play 8 for the hype, and it does look interesting. It's very gothic, very hand in hand with Bloodborne. Let's go, baby. You know, like I'm down for that giant vampire lady. You know.
Me too, man.
If you're already nauseous about like the people eating people in 7, like that's what vampires do. So you're like 8. I just know it's about to be worse.
But I feel like it's like vampires eat people raw. That's a little different.
It's just a little
I mean, it's not different, but it's also like vampires are not like fully people. I guess I have a hard time with the fact that these are like fully like should be normal people. And like there's nothing
just play the game.
altering them to make them these horrible people, but they just are horrible people. I don't know. It just hits me wrong. I don't know. Like a vampire,
I think that's normal.
I can get there. I don't know. It just because vampires are like quote unquote not real, so it's easier to like compartmentalize that in my brain somewhere.
As far as you know.
Yeah, that's why I said quote unquote. Okay.
Yeah. They're coming for you. We have a huge following in Transylvania.
Oh man. Okay, it's fine. I'll accept the penalties to my actions. I don't know. I'm excited though. I'm excited for 8. I have also considered like doing that, like watching a video, just recap of 7 if I can't get through it. But
7 is
we're
really
almost there.
short though. I mean, compared to like 2 and 3. Well, actually, it might be as long as 3, but it's pretty short shorter than you'd think.
Honestly, I should hope so. It doesn't seem like it's that hard to get out of that house. I mean, it was that easy to get in. Like, shoot. I don't know.
All I'm saying is, if it were me, I would just leave.
Yes. Have you tried telling them that you didn't like it that they were keeping you there?
Well, that's a good point.
I just wouldn't say anything.
So then finally, last but not least, but maybe least, state of play.
Probably the least.
The least.
To be honest, I was more hype off the Pokemon news than.
What?
Me too. A little bit.
What do you mean? What,
I was
Josh?
gassed.
Are you serious? Are you lit off this?
I was lit.
I can't tell if you're lying
Did
or
we
not.
watch the same thing?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna let Josh start it. Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah.
Talk about what you loved about this.
So should I just go straight into what I like, or should I go through everything?
Go through
No,
everything.
go for it.
Yeah,
Okay. Fair.
unadulterated details.
They hit us with the Crash Bandicoot. I'm just, not my cup of tea, but it's somebody like that tea. Moving on. we got Returnal. They said the word roguelike. If you go to my Steam library, if you go to the store on Steam, go on browse, hit tags, and click on roguelike, I own like the first 5 pages of roguelikes because I love that kind of genre. So when they said roguelike on Returnal, I was like, Instacop. Like I
don't know what
right now.
roguelike is.
I was so gassed, and the gameplay was fire.
Hold on, buddy. Okay, a roguelike is basically procedurally generated rooms or dungeons, right, Josh? So not just that. It is also a one-time deal. Well, right? Where if you die, you start all the way from the beginning.
Pretty much, yeah. That's for the most part.
I don't think that's the case with this game, though. I feel like it just means levels. So it might mean like, okay, if I got 5 levels deep and then I die, then maybe where I respawn on that level, it's just going to be a different layout, different enemies. Or is it you dead ass think it's going to be stuff from the beginning?
This is Hades with guns in space, and this is what we all thought Death Stranding would have played like.
I mean, I will say, just now that we're on that game, it looks interesting, like with the traversal and the shooting and like the big beasts. I'm getting like Soulsborne vibes, like with guns. So I mean, I'm interested. I'm not like super hyped.
I'm hyped. It's just I'm hyped because it's a roguelike. Like it could have said like whatever else, But the fact that it said roguelike, I was like, I'm down.
Okay, wait. Can you define it since I may be wrong?
I mean, you pretty much nailed it. It's pretty much like that whole progression system of starting from nothing, and you go through a giant dungeon. For the most roguelites have dungeons. You get like power ups along the way. You unlock new stuff. You just learn. You try and get as far as you get, and hopefully you don't die. But even if you die, you start all over with nothing at all. And then the only thing you really take from your runs from each death is just knowledge of the enemies and the layouts. So you have more, you just have better tactics going forward. Whether this game is going to follow that same formula or not, or if they're going to try and break out of it, I think it will for the most part, because they did show like power-ups and stuff throughout the trailer. And also the way the map and the little fighting areas were set up, I do kind of feel like they do feel like the traditional, like Hades. Hades was like an arena base. Hop into the next level, fight whatever's inside there. Hop into the next level, fight whatever's in there. Fight, go to a boss. I feel like this is gonna follow that same thing, but just with a bigger budget and a lot better visuals.
So, with that knowledge, does Returnal do anything for you, Ashton?
It doesn't really do that much for me. I don't know. I feel like it did kind of give me Death Stranding vibes, and Death Stranding honestly makes me uncomfortable nowadays.
That game. I love Kojima, but that game's not it.
Yeah, that game was rough for me.
That was a big letdown.
It was.
Yeah.
Now
so I don't know.
That I don't want.
Even just like that feeling of being in the same like type of situation is stressful for me. So that's going to be a hard pass for me, honestly.
All right, go ahead, Josh. Hit the list.
Next one. I don't even Knockout. I don't even want to talk about this one. If I'm being, I can't talk about this one because I literally skipped it because I saw it said PS4 title only and I skipped it.
That was literally the only thing I wrote down for that was why are we still making PS4 games?
That's what I said.
That and it's like dodge. It's just this is like for 10-year-olds, man. Maybe your sister.
It's Fortnite dodgeball.
Yeah.
Yeah. No thanks.
Okay,
but the next game coming up is probably the most.
All right.
Like that.
This
shit
game.
looks sick.
What was that? Have you watched that one? Do you know what movie I'm talking about? It's like that old Japanese.
No, I don't.
The Japanese film, and it's about. I don't want to say it because this is a really good movie, and I don't want to. Like, I will spoil it if I say this. Bro,
just say the name, bro. That's all you got.
No, I don't know the name. That's the problem.
Is it Ip Man?
No, let me just type in Japanese.
I love Ip Man.
Good luck.
I'm telling you, if I type this in, I can't tell you. Old Boy. There you go. Old Boy.
Have not seen it.
Oh my god, that movie is so good. You need to watch it. Like, we need to do we need to do a review. I was gonna say but we need to do it as a group. That's a good movie. But
all right, let me watch it first.
Moral of the story, there's a hallway fight in that movie, and this is very reminiscent of it.
That Sifu, I don't know what it is. Like, I'm not even huge on Kung Fu, but they look like, especially in video game form, like that looks like some melee combat done right. I don't even know the whole background to it because they didn't show much, and I like the art style, but like the combat looks clean.
It does.
Where you at, Ash?
Looks super fluid.
Dude, that was like the main thing that I was hyped for. It looks so cool. Like the art style at first, like kind of caught me off guard because I thought it was supposed to look like super realistic, but then I realized that that was like the art style. And I was like, oh, wait, that's actually kind of sick. So, like, yeah. I thought, like, all of, like, the ways that, like, you could, like, interact with the environment and stuff, like, looked really cool. And, like, just, like, how focused it really was on Kung Fu. And, like, I mean, not to brag, but I used to do martial arts as a kid. So,
oh, shit. Watch out.
Yeah, exactly. But it looks, like, really, like, true to that and, like, seems really cool to, like, be able to relive that in that kind of way.
That it looks so clean. I already know there's gonna be a sick. I don't know what button it is, but there's gonna be a sick counter system.
Yep.
You know, like Arkham Asylum, Arkham game. Like I'm a slut for those type of melee combat games where you get the counter button. Like let's go, baby. That looks so good.
I'm so glad you guys like this because if one of you guys had anything bad to say about this game, I was gonna go off on you. Anyway, is that all we had to say about that one?
Yeah, I mean there
Yeah.
wasn't much for it, but I'm good off it.
All right, next one, Hyperlight Drifter. I'm gonna keep it real. Didn't play the first one, so I kind of skipped over this one.
Solar Ash? Is that what you're
I don't think
talking
this is a sequel.
There it isn't. Is it?
It's a spiritual sequel.
Yeah, it's Hyperlight, whatever. Hyper. What was he first?
Hyperlight Drifter is the game.
Yeah.
I thought it was called Solar Ash.
No, yeah, this game is called Solar Ash, but it's made by the people who did Hyperlight Drifter.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh, yeah. All right.
what's it called? I think
It's
it's
just like,
not
their
a
own
direct sequel.
second.
It's just kind of like same company, but they're
New game.
It's them taking something that they did with Hyperlight and their previous games and adapting onto it. And I don't know, it's just kind of like that. I don't think it's related in the same universe.
Yeah.
I played a little bit of Hyperlight Drifter, but I didn't finish it.
See, I thought they were related, and it didn't make sense because Hyperlight Drifter is like an 8-bit game. So I was, or 64-bit, whatever bit. So I was so confused, and I've never played this game either, but it did look like Jet Set Radio to me. For
Ooh.
that one GameCube game or whatever. I think it was GameCube.
Yeah, I will say though, this game I'm intrigued in more so. I'm not like hype, but I'm more than Returnal. But what about you, Ashton?
Same. I kind of, when I saw it, it looked like something that I would want to play, like when I like don't want to get off, but like I also don't want to like play something that I really have to think about. Oh, shut up.
Who doesn't want to get off?
Oh my gosh, like I mean, like I don't want to like stop playing video games, but I just want to play something that like doesn't challenge my mind.
Yeah.
So like I feel like I would play it for that. But the visuals looked really nice. Like I feel like that would be very
I just like the aesthetic, to be honest.
And I like that they said that the combat is meant to be smooth, so it's not meant to like stop you and sit there for like 3 hours playing the same villain. Like you're just like supposed to be like kind of skating through to like have like a smooth experience. That seems cool.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm interested in it, but like, yeah, I'm not like, we'll see, but it's something I may drop the funds on.
It reminds me of there's another game that came out earlier this year. I think it was like a month or two ago. Pathless. It's literally like the same-ish in terms of it's speed-based where you're running, collecting stuff, and just running from whatever. I was interested in that Pathless game.
Oh, hell yeah.
But I think it was because of its art style, and so they had like kind of like a Dark Souls type boss where I don't want to say Dark Souls because I don't think it plays at all like Dark Souls, but like that whole aspect of 1v1, you have to dodge the opponent and get hits in whenever you can, and that kind of trading when it comes to fighting a boss. But I didn't see that from anything like that from this game, so that's why this game didn't really appeal to me as much.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we'll see, Josh.
Hey, man. I mean, I'm still like, I was definitely more interested in this game than the next game.
Yeah, go for it, bro. I don't even. We can skip over.
I'm not okay.
I don't care. We're not.
Yeah,
talking.
that was gross.
If you know,
They're
you know.
That was horrifying.
If you know, you know.
Like,
That's
was
all
it?
we're gonna say. That I was disgusted that that's not even in the lineup. Honestly.
I hate that's like the second or third time they've included it in a state of play, and I'm always like, why?
Yeah, the more they keep on acting like they're gonna like, oh, wait till they see this next trailer, it's gonna get them. But no, it's not working. I guess next one is Oddworld. I feel like this is all
not interested.
This is a game for the people that played this on PS1 when it was a PS1 game.
Yeah,
and that's
and
it.
I did not.
Same. I did not either.
And I don't even. The characters look ugly. I don't want to play as that.
It reminded me of the movie 9.
Yeah, I can see that.
And like I feel like I would watch the movie version of this game, but like I wouldn't want to play this game.
That makes a lot of sense, and I agree with.
Why does that make sense? Yeah, it's just like, that's hella accurate.
Yeah, it just seemed like I would feel like even watching 9, even though it was such a good movie, like it felt like I felt like emotionally drained afterward, and I definitely wouldn't like want to spend like 50 hours playing a game like this.
Yeah, I don't think it's 50. I think this is because it's supposed to be a Metroidvania, which is like the a Metroid game, but those don't really last that long. I would hate to play a Metroidvania that lasted 40 hours.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know.
Well, yeah, not gonna buy this at all.
Nope.
I wouldn't even play this on a PlayStation Plus. I promise you that.
Yeah.
Same.
But
I might. We'll see.
nah.
We'll see how bored I am.
I will say though, the next title, it's like I don't know why Kenna Bridges
Pixar
Spirits, I
Dark
don't know
Souls.
why. No, straight up. But I feel like I don't know what it was. I think I'm still gonna drop the funds on it.
I love
because
it.
it looks so good.
Mhm.
It looks beautiful, and I'm not hating on it. I feel like the first time they announced it and showed it off, I was more hyped than I am now. But yeah, it's straight up Pixar Dark Souls, but it does look interesting. I'm still gonna check it out. Where are you guys at?
I'm definitely
Everything
gonna
you
check
said.
it out. I feel like I could at least like look like one of my issues with Souls games and like Bloodborne is that they like are so dark and like hard to look at. Like I have a hard time like staying and like playing them for a long time. So like
How
the
dare
fact that
you.
this is like super pretty, I'm like, oh, what? I might be able to get there. I don't know.
It looks
I don't know if it's gonna be as difficult, but
I don't think it will be.
The combat doesn't look boring. I will say that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
it looks like if they took Knack and did it to be fun.
I've
You
never
know,
played. You played Knack?
On the demo, hell yeah.
My goodness.
In the GameStop store, not on my console. I'm not gonna tarnish my console with that type of data.
I don't know
but
anything
yeah.
about Knack. I was just amazed that you made that comparison.
It just is. It looks so cringe, bro. Knack is so cringe. Yeah, no, I'm stoked for Kenna.
Same.
I hope we actually get it in August and that it doesn't get delayed.
Same.
But you know, COVID's around the corner, baby.
What is this next one?
Dude,
Deathloop.
Oh,
the
this
hypest
one.
of them all. The
That's
hypest of
cap.
them all.
That
At least
looked
for me.
sick.
But this
Dude,
game,
this was the Deathloop thing that like it hasn't interested me more. Like they keep getting me hyped for it somehow, and this is no exception. Like it looks so fucking fun.
it does. It just remember my talk about roguelikes before? I think this game is going to be a roguelike to a sense. It like maybe not branded as one as in its entire gameplay mechanics, but I think it has that little roguelike appeal because you're supposed to assassinate however many targets at a time, but you have another player hunting you at the time, and if you die you just have to do it again. That's what a roguelike is. You got to keep on doing it and learning better ways to handle whatever situation is in front of you until you eventually figure out the best possible ways to do so. And this is it. This is the whole game I've been waiting for because it got PvP. I've never seen PvP done like this. I'm ready. I want all the smoke on this game.
Yeah,
Where you
I'm
at,
super
Ashley?
excited. I thought the animation looked super sick. The music was unbelievable. And like I started to like when I was listening to the radio like overlay, like I was like, this is reminding me of what was his name? Three Dog?
Three
From
dog
Fallout?
Yep.
I was like, yeah, like this is giving me major Fallout vibes. And then I see Bethesda and I was like, hey, I see you. Like that was sick. So like I don't know. I'm actually really excited. I knew it was announced, but like I didn't really care at first because I didn't know anything about it. Like I didn't see a trailer or anything. I just saw it that it was in the
Oh, shit.
like gonna be released soon. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. But then watching this, I was like, wait, that's so sick. Like I actually really want to play that. So
Yeah, this is. I mean, I think they first announced it when they announced the price for the PlayStation 5 last year. I think Josh and I actually covered that episode on an episode. But yeah, like I said, this game keeps hyping me up, and it's been quiet, and I know it's got delayed a little bit, but honestly, it keeps looking better, and this whole game has so much style. Like you said, the music and even the aesthetic of like it's kind of like 007 like card cutout animations and stuff. And everything is just screaming at like spy versus spy shit. Everything is just screaming at me like to play it, and I'm just like, you got it, dude. And I'm gonna like it looks so fucking good. It reminds me of like how much style Baby Driver has as a movie. Like this reminds me of that as a game or something. And it's just I can't nothing. I've never seen this and thought, no, never mind. That looks kind of boring, but I can't wait to play this.
Have you ever played Dishonored, the other Bethesda
yes.
game? Because this game is made by that same studio, so pretty sure it's gonna feel the same as that.
Yeah, I really like
but-
Dishonored.
I love Dishonored. That thing is so
I've been
fluid.
meaning to play them.
That's like some Chris Combat right there. Have you ever so Dishonored? And it gets me even more hyped because knowing so the way Dishonored works is you're like a super powered being, and you're an assassin, and they pretty much just put you in a sandbox world or a little region, and then you just have to get to your target, kill them any way you can think of. But the way they give you powers is it's exactly that. They give you powers that they're designed to work in that way, but you can literally do whatever you can think of. Like there's this one guy on YouTube. I don't watch video game stuff that much, but when this is the one guy, I'm just like, yo, I gotta see what he can do to this game, because his creativity when it comes to like something like Dishonored is like just crazy, because there's like stuff he does that I could never think of. So that makes me hype seeing this game come out, where this guy was like, it's not even, I don't know how it's possible, but he was like disrespecting the AI, because he was like he was destroying them so hard. And the fact that this is gonna be PvP and he's gonna do this to players, like I can only imagine like the possibilities of like just like the hype moments that this game will have for just those interactions online, like like
so many compilations.
Yeah, just of like, oh, look at this spy get clapped right before he's about to finish, just stuff like that. I don't know, like this is the one for me. Besides God of War, this is right under it for me.
I've been meaning to play Dishonored, and every time I could have, I forget to. But now after seeing this, I almost feel like there's no point, and because this just looks like it's everything they've learned and then improved on. So I'm like, I'll just wait for this.
Yeah, I will say Dishonored. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it does. It did have some of that wear over time, but at the same time, it doesn't, because it is such a unique experience. But yeah, with like you said, with this game coming out in like what, 2 months, like I feel like you don't really need to like go unless you want to just like prepare to know what the game's gonna feel like. But I will say, like, it's just really smooth, so you don't even got to worry about how it feeling bad when it releases.
Yeah, I also feel like Dishonored had a pretty good story though, so even for the story, I would play it. Yeah, I only stopped because I got to like one part that like I just couldn't figure out, so I just like quit. But that happens to me hard. A lot.
Nah, Dishonored definitely had some really hard encounters, which makes me like, again, like Dylan just said, like everything that they learned from the last two Dishonored, I feel like it's just not gonna be in here, or it's gonna be like improved to a point where like it's just gonna be fun. Like they learned what what's not fun, what is fun, and they're just gonna give it to us in one giant package.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, moving on to the best thing announced. The
Grow.
I see, like, me.
Yikes.
Like you guys, me. Like, this is the game for me. I know for you guys, it's not for that much for you guys. I understand that, but like this one, I don't know if you saw at the end of it too, but they announced like 4 mobile games like that are remakes of the older Final Fantasies, and like the friends that I watched it with, I told them like if they dropped that for $400, I would buy that in an instant. I don't care. But yeah, Final Fantasy VII, PS5. This is like the PS5 remake. It's not gonna be on PS4, right? I'm pretty sure.
I think so. That's how I understood it.
Yeah, they said that if you bought it on the PS4, they would give you the free upgrade to the PS5 version.
Nintendo would never do something like that. That's all I'm saying. But
that's true.
You're right.
Capcom for life.
But I don't know. Like everything they showed, like they were flexing the smallest things from textures. They really popped up a portion and just said, look at the load times. They clicked the save date and it was already in there. Like they didn't need to do that. That's like I've never seen anyone flex a load time. But that, and then all of a sudden at the end they tacked on like actual DLC, which no one was thinking was gonna happen, because we all thought the next story content we would get would just be the next game.
I'm confused on that though. So it is confirmed like DLC, but is that DLC for the PS4 version too, or is it only for the PS5 upgrade?
I don't know. I don't remember if they announced pricing. I don't think they did. I think if they did, it would be on this article we're on. But
and I'm assuming it's DLC that continues of like the story, right? And it's
Yeah.
like
No, this is
like in terms of where the game ended, because I played 7 remake. Honestly, really good game. And if fucking The Last of Us 2 Part 2 for me didn't come out, that would have been my game of the year. But it did. But yeah, so the DLC does it just take place right after whatever happened? Don't spoil. I'm just saying yes or no kind of thing. Like,
so Yuffie is they kind of they showed us who's coming in. Yuffie, she's a weird character because she was a secret character in the original game. So like this is a character you could just get without you could just go through the whole game without ever getting. So I the fact that they tacked her on right here is like it is canon and it isn't at the same time, just because she's technically
okay.
this is all new content. This is like I don't even know what's about to happen in this DLC. So with that being said though, that's nice. Like it's not just the same story for me retold. Like I'm actually getting new content. Like that guy that they introduced to, unless my brain just doesn't remember, but I think he's a new character, like he's original character. So
damn.
Stuff
Did
like
you play
that.
Ashton?
No, I never played any of those games. I honestly I don't know.
How are we friends?
Final Fantasy games. What's the other one? Kingdom Hearts or whatever.
Kingdom
You
Hearts
You
don't
don't need to play
garbage.
that ever again.
Yeah,
I
that's
can't get
garbage.
there. I can't get there with any of them. Like it's just really hard. I don't know. I mean,
Okay.
I've never actually though. I can't totally say that I don't mess with it because like I haven't ever actually sat down and played one.
Yeah.
So if it's the free game of the month in March, I will download. I will play it. But
It is.
it is for sure.
Yeah, like they actually announced it, which is
Okay.
kind of weird because it's like they announced owners get this remake for free.
Yeah.
So I'm like, did I get scammed out of buying this game? Which I don't,
I think it's because they want people to buy the DLC.
Yeah. See, that's also
So.
what I think they might handle it in that regards. They'll just have you buy the DLC so you don't get it.
Yeah. So I don't
will say
know.
this.
I haven't played it, but I will play it to give a more a less an actually informed review of that because I feel like I just the art style kind of takes I don't know. It catches me off guard. It feels weird to me. So I don't know.
I will say this, Ashton. I have never played a Final Fantasy. I was a Kingdom Hearts kid, but fuck those games. I hate them.
I told you.
But with Final Fantasy 7, I think it was like a mix of Josh and just how much praise the remake was getting. I decided to play it. I was like, fuck it. You know what? I make $1 million an hour. I'll just buy it. And I did. And I fell in love with that game.
I make $1 million an hour. I don't be able to say that.
I didn't care if I finished it or not. I was like, I'm going to see what's up, see if it's good. And yeah, I'm going to just play through it. And if I don't beat it, fuck it. This game sucks. And I ended up beating it, and I loved it. Not that I'm going to go play any other Final Fantasy. The only thing I want to play is the OG Final Fantasy 7 so I could get the whole story. But I highly recommend Final Fantasy 7 Remake. It's so good. And it's not like every other Final Fantasy game that came before it.
Yeah, every Final Fantasy is different. Like they have no relation to each other at all, other than there's 2 characters that just reappear in each game just because it's like, oh, it's that guy, you know. But they're just, it's the name. It's not even the same character. It's just the name appears on a character, and they just happen to be doing the same thing every game.
That sounds interesting. I like I said, I'll give it a shot. I'll play it. I just I don't know. Even watching this trailer and everything, I was like, okay, I don't know what I'm really
I'm telling
supposed
you,
to be hyped about. I just kept asking if everybody was every single time a new person would come on the screen, I was like, is that Sephiroth?
You'll know who Sephiroth is. He has the biggest
dick.
Yes. Yeah, he just wields in his hand and slaps everyone with anyone he sees.
Yeah. Overall, I think the whole state of play. I'm glad they're talking about stuff. Looper and that Kung Fu game, and then Kenna looked interesting, but I think it was a soft 6 for me. I was just like, all right, we could have done some big stuff, but they're all cooking.
God of War.
Honestly, if I didn't see anything God of War, I wasn't gonna be really that hyped.
I was waiting for the Attack on Titan announcement, but I got let down once again.
Josh, because I don't know how do we end this off thing?
Goodbye.
Okay, everybody. Thank you for listening to another episode of Hot Drops. We'll catch you later.
Peace.